got very little done today. I mean, it is a Sunday, but I had such big plans. I was going to go out and do a plein air painting, and that didn't happen. It was nice weather today as well, but never mind. I wanted to figure out this video cassette, transferring that onto like a videotape onto the computer. That didn't happen. I did fill out and send an invoice, so that's good. I made several phone calls and not many emails. I could have done more emails. I watched a couple of episodes of Deadwood, got some screenshots from that, but my Inktober is horror film, so tonight I will be watching, I think, The Sorcerer. I think that's what's next up on the list. Never seen it before, I've no idea what it's about. I'm not going to find out beforehand. I'm going to go in cold and see what happens there. One thing I didn't cover yesterday was that my journey to Beaumaris was really nice, and I showed footage from that. I didn't show the return footage, which was arduous, so I'm going to show that here today, because it was I could tell on the way there that there'd be roadworks, but it was far worse than I'd anticipated, and it was really bad. It was really bad. So what I'm going to do is show that footage, because there was some nice footage of the mountains, but the roadworks were insane. I mean, it was I was just sat, I think it was like 2 hours to get back. Really bad. So yeah, here's the footage from my journey back home yesterday. This traffic has been terrible getting back home, so I thought it'd be bad. I didn't think it'd be quite this bad. I mean, it's nice to be up in the mountains and to have a look at the sights and the colours. There's a couple of locations that I didn't know exactly where they were, and I've just passed them, so I know where those are. And it's just, I don't know, it's like some things are really nice. Look at this. This is nice. Really good colours. Slow and steady. Is it even steady? Just slow. Slow and stationary, I think. At least I can see people in the distance moving now, which means that we're getting somewhere slowly. This is all going in the vlog. Some days I spend all day indoors and I have nothing to show you. And today I've travelled quite far. Thanks to this diversion, I've got some sights to show you, which is, it's something, you know, it could be worse. Better late than never, as they say. I'm afraid this is a video that I should have drawn, edited and uploaded yesterday, so apologies for that. I will be uploading another video tomorrow, which should have been today's. I'm playing a bit of catch up at the moment. You'll have to forgive me. It's a bit chaotic at the moment, but yeah, this is what I drew yesterday. This was a film that I watched after realizing that The Sorcerer wasn't a horror film. No, it sounds like a horror film, doesn't it? The Sorcerer? Even the intro looks like a horror film intro. And I watched it for so long and then realized that it's not a horror film. So that was a big setback for my schedule of watch a horror film, take a screenshot, draw the screenshot, edit a video, upload it every single day along with a vlog. And it's been nice to do that for the last week or so, but that's really put a spanner in the works, as they say. So instead I watched Let the Right One In. That was on the list anyway for me to watch, but Let the Right One In is a 2008 Swedish film, which is a drama / horror. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a very good film, very entertaining. It's not something which I knew anything about before watching it, and I'm not going to spoil the film for you, but I suppose the image which I'm drawing has a certain amount of spoiler element to it, so I don't know. If you know anything about Let the Right One In, I think I'm one of the last people to the party with this film. I think a lot of people either know this film, or I think it's been remade either as an American film or a British film. I'm not sure. Certain horror films I find out about because they are kind of an art film, whereas big box office stuff I don't hear about. And this isn't a big box office blockbuster film, but I'd heard stuff about it, but it just hadn't got into the circulation of what I was watching. It took that time as well for a film called One Cut of the Dead, and I watched that, I think it was this year, either that or last year, and loved it, but that's not on the list this year either. The other film that I watched, well, I won't tell you about the other film that I've watched because I've done today's video as well, but not edited it. That'll be edited and uploaded tomorrow. But I've watched a film drawn from the film and I'm yet to edit that video. It's all a bit of a mess at the moment, so it's going to be a double video tomorrow, and I have a busy day tomorrow. I'm meeting up with a friend in the afternoon. I'm working on video cassette tapes being transferred onto the computer, which has to be done, finishing off editing the podcast, which could have been done days ago, but I've been doing other things. So it's going to be a very busy day tomorrow, and that's just what it is. That's just how it's panned out. So yeah, for this drawing, I thought I would add a little bit of colour. It wasn't the most cinematic image that I could grab which spoke horror, and I wanted something which was aesthetically interesting, so that's why I've got something which is quite a still and calm scene, and there's a lot of really intimate human moments, which is quite ironic, but in this film they kind of capture that intimacy of two people who are connecting with each other, and that's not always the most dramatic or interesting visual language to transcribe into drawing or painting. Not necessarily, unless the lighting really adds to the atmosphere. And in this one, it wasn't the case to have dramatic lighting either, you know. So I thought this frame would be quite an interesting one to draw. It's been great practice doing this Inktober this year. I am going to do a video at some point for my patrons about the different Inktober challenges I've done throughout the years and show all of the drawings I've done for the different Inktobers, because every time I feel as though I start a at one point in my life, and by the end of the month I am a new person, which I know sounds a bit dramatic or melodramatic, but I mean I really have evolved past a point.